Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Yep. The last episode was so emotional and shaking for me. I really had to put down a break of this. Well, no, actually I had to do something in the weekend. I was on the so-called Chisai. It's some kind of convention in Germany, and it was the first time I was going there. It was all about anime, cosplay, and whatsoever. So everything that's related with this. And yeah, it wore me out a little bit. But enough of that. Let's continue this. Oh, I didn't even... Yep. Microphone works. Quite pleasant. As I head into my classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. Hi, Hick-chan! You're romantic, you! How does she know already? Did you confess on the rooftop? Did you? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Oh, you can even see some tears here. Young love is so unpredictable, isn't it? This being Misha, I suppose, I should have expected her to tease me over this. I guess? Before I can really respond, Mutu's entered the room and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. I suspect that I get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing as how Amy kissed me right in the middle of the hall. Oh, that's how she found out. Alright. But somehow, I don't care about that. Yeah, you shouldn't care about that. Why should you? You should be happy about it. Let the feelings flow and grow. For the first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. Oh! Chapter 3! Perspective. We entered the next chapter in the first 3 minutes recording. Great. My head's in a spin all through Muto's class. I'm going to have dinner. With Amy. Who wants to be my girlfriend, no less. A date. And then she kissed me. Oh yeah, oh god! That kiss, I keep going back to it, playing it over in my mind again and again. Everything about that moment felt so right. Well, it should be at least. My mind drifts off, lost in thoughts of Amy. Yeah, that's always how it is. Nakai, hello? It seems like I've drifted a bit too far. What? Egat? What does that mean? You've contracted some kind of amnesia. Someone get the nurse. The class chuckles at Mato's antics. What? I didn't get it. Oh. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again and all that, right? Exactly. I gave him a whole new voice. Enjoy it. Mutu brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I'd hate to have my star pupil slacking off after all. Wait, what? He's always his star pupil? I've been doing well. But I hardly qualify as a star pupil, I think. Oh, you're into this now, alright. I'm Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I precautiously opened the site already, but I totally forgot to set the two things left and right. Well, that happens if you tingle around. I'm fairly certain that this class is a sort of that everyone does well in. It's just memorizing formulas. Well, yeah, why not? True to my word, I managed to pay attention for the rest of the class. Nakai, may I have a word with you? I wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Sure. Am I in trouble? Mutro looks genuinely confused for a moment. Beg your pardon? He tilts his head to one side and thinks for a moment. Oh, that. No, you are not in any sort of trouble. There's just a question I want to ask you. What's that? Nothing terrible. I was just wondering what your plans for after graduation are. Are you going to university? Actually, no, he's going to become a pirate with his new girlfriend. I just had to put it out. Yeah, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Given any thought to what you study? Not really, no. I figure I'll come up with something when I get there. Taking things as they come, eh? I'd argue against it, but that's how I did things when I went to university. Well, not really. I knew I'd go into a science, I just wasn't sure which one. Ended up with physics, but could just as well have gone for astronomy or what have you. Oh, what? Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there were all sorts of things. Mutu trails off and frowns slightly. It takes a minute for him to recover his train of thought, and I wait patiently for him to continue. So anyway, I did a lot of physics as well, because I had an interest in that, but I wasn't sure if it was for me. So I went back to chemistry, and here we are. Yes? He smiles at me enthusiastically, as if waiting for me to confirm that yes, here is where we are. Somehow I get the feeling that Muturo had a plan for this conversation, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. Wait, I have to check something. Yeah, alright. And here? Yeah, my hand is cut off. I'm sorry, I'm not following you. Muturo frowns and rubs his chin a bit, looking perplexed. He then snaps his fingers as if he's remembered what the point of all this was. Wait, yes, you! Yes, here, I am? Me? Yes, you should look into studying one of these sciences. You're fantastic at it. Unless you'd rather just go into math. Mutu makes a sour face. Not a big fan of straight math. I always liked the experiments more than the proofs. You're saying I should study science at university? Mutu seemed thrown off balance by my question. Well, sort of. You could also join the science club. Trouble is, there's not actually a science club. But there could be. Hint, hint. You could even be a charter member. A founding father. Of course, you'd need to find other members. Well, only if you wanted to. We could just start it up with the two of us. What's a teacher and a student being the founder of a science club? And, I could give you things to read, and we could talk about them. Ah, he wants to be friend with us, kind of. And I could help you get ready for university and such as well. Wait. Muturu rummets around his briefcase and tosses me a book. Read that. If it's interesting, then we can talk about it. A Brief History of Time? Oh no, this is the title of the book, A Brief History of Time. I don't know if I actually want to read this, but Muturu seems pretty excited about it. What's it about? Is it about? Kind of. Time, space, space-time, black holes and such. And it's not that dense, just to see if that sort of thing's interesting for you. You understand? Hang around after class and we can either discuss it or I can show you how to make explosives in the lab. Yes, show me how to make explosives in a school in times like this. Well, like, yeah, whatever. He waves the hand at my quizzical expression. Joking, sorry. Oh, now I'm a little bit disappointed. Still, I've kept you here long enough for now. Think about science as a career path, Nakai. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book. I leave the classroom and look up at the clock. Quite a chunk of time to kill until Amy is out of practice. Guess I give this book a look. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date's only proper, right? And maybe Kenji will join you again. Kind of. I head back to the dorms. Kenji will show up anyway, I guess. No? I wonder where I'm supposed to meet Amy anyway. She said after practice, but she didn't say where I should find her. Give me a few seconds. And we should be back again. I have recently trouble with my green screen again. There are a little bit of dots coming up and I can't figure out yet how to fix that properly. But that shouldn't bother us. We can still enjoy this to our heart's content in any way possible. Alright, let's do this. She said after practice, but she didn't say where I should find her. Alright, that's how far we got. I guess I can just swing by the track. That's probably best anyway. If she needs a shower, I can just wait for her in her room or something. You could maybe... No, this is, I think, a little bit too early to join her in. Yeah. Or in the hallway, I guess. That would be better as well. I take a quick shower, remembering to take my medication once I hop out. I hop it out? What? Now for a look at this book. Oh yeah. I wake with a start. Shit! What time is it? Oh, you can't tell me you messed up your first date, man! Are you fucking serious that you lost track of time? You lost track of time on this very day? A glance at the clock revealed that I've been asleep for nearly an hour. Oh, you have more luck than conscious, you little bastard. Amy practice should be finishing up soon. I throw on some casual clothes and head for the track. Somehow I get the feeling we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. Why? Amy doesn't strike me as a very fancy sort of person. Still, I suppose there's a lot I have yet to know about Amy. Despite our newfound closeness, I still feel like I don't know her as well as I should. Oh well, I have lots of time to fix that. To be honest, I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. I'm so caught up in my own thoughts that I hardly register that I'm already at the track. Amy's nowhere to be found. I don't even see any signs of the track team. I have the feeling she just white lied you a little bit to prepare the best dinner you could ever hope for yet. This could be embarrassing. I turn to head toward the girls' dormitory when I hear a shout. Hey, Hisao! I turn around to see Amy making a... This is a nice outfit. I like that. To see Amy making a beeline for me with a gym bag slung over her shoulder. She's changed into some decidedly more casual clothing. pair of shorts, and an olive green top. Her running blades have been replaced by more realistic looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. Amy doesn't seem to care about that, a fact which makes me smile. Hey, you came! I mean, I figured you would, but still. I suddenly find myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug, and it proves to be impossible for me to keep what must be the world's largest grin off my face. Well, of course I came. It'd be crazy not to, right? You almost overslept, you... Amy ponders for a moment. You know, that's true. I mean, I'm pretty amazing after all. Oh, she's so cheeky. I shrug in response. I certainly think so. It's an offhand remark, which is why I'm surprised to see that it seems to have caught Amy by surprise. Well, that's how you work it. He's actually not as bad as I thought. But you don't even know why. She blushes and smiles warmly at me before planting a kiss on my lips. Great. Now it's my turn to be surprised. Amy steps back, resting her weight on her back heel, looking pleased with herself. My brain fumbles for an appropriate response. And you came up with ... That's appropriate. I should compliment you more often. Amy laughs and gives me a playful shove. Jerk! I throw an arm around Amy's shoulder, and I'm pleased when she immediately leans into me as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Yeah, if I would just be a little bit bigger and found a girl like that, I could do that too. Didn't found it yet though, but never give up hope. I actually met some pretty and cute girls on the Shisai. Yeah, it's pronounced Shisai. So, maybe I'm not too far off. Or maybe I am. Nah, just don't listen to me so much. So, where to? I'm not actually sure. Where do people go on dates around here anyway? That's a damn good question. I've got no idea. Why don't we just head down to the Our Mart and grab something portable? Amy's face brightens at this idea. A picnic! I think you're onto something, Hiso. What could he possibly mean by out in the wilderness or in the forest? No one's around and we are just having a nice dinner. Amy snakes her arm around my waist and we begin to head for the front gate. Amy entirely unsure of what I meant to do in this situation. But wait, I'm entirely unsure what I meant to do in this situation. But at least Amy seems to be equally clueless. Despite the relaxing feeling of being with Amy, I still can't help feeling a little tense. Oh, the tension will last for a while. What if I do something wrong? Oh, I'd hate to make an ass out of myself. The trip to the Our Mart is accompanied by Amy's chatter about how practice went. I keep quiet for the most part, merely enjoying the warmth of being around Amy. We get a few odd looks from passerby, but I don't mind. We wind up buying some bread and instant noodles, realizing too late that we cannot actually cook the latter in the park. Oh well, I make it for lunch or something. That will work. The park is located after a brief loss of direction that I blame entirely on Amy. She, of course, blames me. We find a spot beneath a tree and sit down. I lean back against the trunk. Amy sits across from me. I guess we should have bought a blanket or something to sit on, huh? Amy shrugs. There was even a little animation. Can we see that again? Yep, there is.
I don't mind.
Neither do I. Amy tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Curry bread. Interesting. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what I grabbed in the store.
Hey, Hiso, you look like your bread's a little spicy.
I shake my head, trying in vain to keep an image of manliness. No, it's hardly spicy at all.
I see. That must be why your face has gotten so red.
Oh, it's gotten red because you look so cute today. Yes, exactly. The lack of spices has, gotten my blood up. Why didn't you just use my phrase? Because of the disappointment. Amy laughs and swallows the last of her bread.
Well, if you can handle it, I'll be glad to take it off your hands.
Hey, just because I wolfed down yours so quickly doesn't mean I'm just going to give you mine. Amy mocks pouts, causing me to nearly choke on my bread with laughter. She really looks funny.
Aw, come on, Hiso. Aren't you supposed to be concerned with making sure I've got enough to eat now? We're dating, you know? Though,
Amy looks troubled all of a sudden.
I can't say I feel any different.
What do you mean by that?
What make this a date? It's just what we would have done anyway, really. But this should feel different, because before when we had lunch, we were friends, and now we are level above friends.
You sound like Win. Laughter escapes and Amy grins.
Well, she might have put the thought into my mind. We've talked about that sort of thing before.
Really? About me?
Not really, just stuff, really. One think that the change of a label from friend to girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time.
Arbitrary? Oh, I don't want to look this up.
Like there's no difference between the two.
Oh! I can think of at least one, you know? You don't tend to kiss your friends quite as much. For the second time today, Amy blushes slightly and giggles.
I suppose you're right.
Exactly. I'm always right about things like this. You are sure about that, Hiso? You had no clue about this sort of things at all, and now you talk big like that? Oh, I did something with my glasses and now it's all blurred and stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, it's worse now. Oh, it's better now. Good. Amy rolls her eyes and chuckles.
Yes, you're pretty smart, huh?
I nod in agreement. Yep. Why are you so all over yourself, Hiso? Even Muturo thinks so. He thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Amy raises an eyebrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm thinking I actually might do just that. Really, the more I consider the idea, the more it appeals to me. I make a mental note to look into it a little more closely. So what are you thinking of doing after graduation? Still planning on running? Amy shrugs, seeming almost a bit hesitant.
I don't know. If I'm good enough, I can find a team, I guess.
You mean you aren't sure?
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
Really? You probably should, you know. Graduation isn't that far off. Amy fidgets a little nervously. Don't push her. I'm already quite old and I don't even know what I want to do, really. Well, I am in an apprenticeship right now, but I really have... But I'm... almost at the end of it and I know I don't want to do this, and now all my thoughts go, what do I want to do with my life? And I have no real idea whatsoever. And I think I'm quite older than those two.
Yeah, well, it's fine enough, right? Besides, I've got other things to think about.
There's a mischievous flash behind Amy's eyes, and I suddenly find myself gloriously pinned against the tree. Oh, she is going full manhunt here. I really like it when she gets so close.
Like making sure this is a real date, right? I mean, if we don't kiss, then it's not a date at all, right?
I suppose. And he already got it. Strawberries and curry. Not the best combination, but I don't think I mind. Amy sits back on my legs and grins again.
There, science would approve, right?
I have the oddest mental image of Muturu nodding seriously and making a mark on some checklist. I can't help laughing at that idea. Well,
I admit, this is the first time I've ever witnessed a kiss being met with laughter. Should I feel offended?
no. I'm sure science approves. Amy beams at me and I find it increasingly difficult to keep my brain functioning properly.
Oh, good.
It is at this point I notice that Amy has stolen the reminder of my curry bread while I was otherwise occupied with images of teachers wielding clipboards. She stole my food! Hey! Amy tries to look innocent, but considering she just crammed the last bits of bread into her mouth, it does not appear to be working. She's just like... Oh, of course, I don't look as cute as her. She said exactly what I tried to fumble. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, I know. She just said, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Thief! A shrug from my companion is all I get in response. You used your feminine wiles on me. I wasn't that hungry anyway, but I still feel that the point needs to be made. Amy seems confused by the phrase feminine wiles, but the understanding dawns on her features after a moment's thought. Wasn't anything of the thought. You were laughing. Feminine wiles don't involve laughing. I guess I can't argue with that. You've got owned by logic. That doesn't change your thievery. Amy laughed at my injured tone and gives me a playful shove.
Fine. You can have the instant noodles.
Are you kidding? That stuff's terrible. If anything, you should definitely eat it as punishment. Another laugh from the girl sitting on my legs, both of which have fallen asleep by now. Okay. I twitch one leg to try waking it up, which has the unintended effect of unbalancing Amy, who falls to the side with a startled eep. Whoops, sorry about that. Legs fell asleep on me. Amy remains on the ground giggling. I stand up a little shakily, feeling the nerves in my legs return to normal. My eyes wander over the scenery before fixing on the figure of Amy, who has yet to get up. Oh, it's such a cute picture! Her hair is splayed out around her head. Her arms are spread and laughter is bubbling up through her mouth. Everything about Amy seems condensed into this one image. Her energy, her spirit, her childish giggling. The urge to lie down on the grass with her rises swiftly from the back of my mind to the forefront of my thoughts, and indeed, I'm convinced that I would love nothing more than to do just that. So do it, please! Unfortunately, the sun has set and it's probably time for us to get back to the dormitories.
Hiso. Give in to your feelings, man.
While Emi may be happy to stay out here all night, I don't think I have that ability. Besides, homework soon beckons. It wouldn't make sense to start thinking about things like university and then slack off, would it? I extend a hand to Emi to help her up. We should probably get going. Emi makes a sour face. Yep, because you're a baka. Oh. But she still agrees. Alright. Okay.
You're right.
She grabs my proffered hand and I pull her to her feet and into a hug. Ah, this time I'm the one who kisses her, unable to resist having Emi against me. Seems a shame to leave, you know?
Yeah, it does. But if we don't get back to the school soon, we probably get into trouble.
Emi pokes me in the ribs playfully.
And you need to do your homework, I'm sure.
Oh, she thought about that too? Sadly, you are absolutely right. I don't really like it to get poked in the ribs. It for some reason it really pains me if I get poked in the ribs, and I don't know why. I throw my arm around her shoulders and we make the trek back to the school, accompanied by occasional bouts of laughter as our conversation jumps from subject to subject. Everything from running to school to the peculiar way that one of the cafeteria workers smells. All too soon we find ourselves outside of the girls' dormitory building.
Well, I guess I'll be going then.
I guess so, huh? Emi grins at me again with that mischievous look.
Are you going to be able to survive without me?
I'm sure I manage.
How terrible! Aren't you supposed to say something like, I'll be counting the seconds you are away?
Nah, I don't think so. Oh, why are you teasing her so much? Emi pulls me down into a quick goodbye kiss and steps back looking unexpectedly shy.
Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did.
So did I. I think we shall have to do it again sometime. Emi laughed at my deadpan delivery and nods.
See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right?
You've gotta one off that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that you ate most of it.
Yes, despite that. See you later, Hiso.
As Emi turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Something so weird that I'm surprised that I didn't notice it earlier. She's limping slightly, favoring the left leg. Oh god. Hey, Emi! Is your leg okay? Emi looks confused, or at least fakes confusion. Oh, the music changed.
What are you talking about?
Your white leg! You're limping! There's the briefest flash of concern on Emi's face. Either she didn't want me to know, or she didn't think I'd notice, or I prefer to think she just didn't realize it.
Oh, Dad!
She shrugs casually.
Must have gotten knocked a little out of alignment during the picnic. No idea what would have caused that, of course.
I think back to being pinned under the tree. Ah! You should have told me. We could have stopped and fixed it, you know? Emi waves a hand airily.
Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Hiso? It's fine.
Why do I get the feeling that she's convincing herself as well as me?
God, really? I have to make a choice. I don't want to make a choice. They are just got together. You know what? I have to leave this episode, as sorry as I am about that, but I really have to think about it. What would I do in this situation? Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Stay tuned.